deal with airplane peanuts.
Diddy was convicted and sentenced to 4 years in prison. Here to talk about it is new SNL cast member Cam Patterson.
From the moment Cam Patterson was announced as the newest SNL cast member on September 2nd, 2025, the one question on everyone's mind was how would the Kill Tony stand-up sensation fit into a live sketch show on network television that requires him to adapt clean comedy, which was the very first thing he addressed on set.
But I've been here for like 45 minutes now. When are y'all gonna let me say the N-word?
You want to say the N-word?
You mean the word I say in my act 150 times before my second joke? Yes. When are y'all gonna let me loose? I feel like I'm shackled to this desk, man.
Don't put it like that. I mean, you can't say the N-word on this show. You get fined.
That's fine. I'll pay it.
Well, it's like $500,000.
That's fine. You'll pay it.
I'm not paying $500,000.
Colin, I'm a stand-up comedian from Florida. Saying that word is what I do. Come on, bro. This is exactly what Jimmy Kimmel fought for.
So far, Cam Patterson has made 15 total appearances over 5 episodes, and the only 2 comedians who have hosted a show this season are SNL veteran Amy Poehler and SNL rookie Nikki Glazer, with pop-ins from Tina Fey and Seth Meyers in episode 2, Shane Gillis and Rami Youssef in episode 4, and Pete Davidson in episode 5. Nikki Glazer and Amy Poehler also both featured Cam Patterson in their promo sketches leading up to Saturday night, including one mention of Kill Tony.
Was there something else you needed, or?
Would you roast us?
No.
Please.
I don't think that's a good idea. You don't want that.
I promise you won't hurt our feelings.
No.
I started on Kill Tony, so I'm completely numb inside.
Nikki Glazer's first time hosting the show was met with mixed reviews online, with the NBC Live audience not appreciating the dark sense of humor in her monologue nearly as much as the Netflix Live audience did during the roast of Tom Brady. But as far as the rest of season 51 goes for comedians, Nate Bargatze coming back for the 3rd year in a row sounds more than plausible, along with John Mulaney or Shane Gillis returning to host the whole damn thing at some point in 2026.
What are you doing?
Just hanging out.
Hanging out?
Yeah.
Shane in town doing SNL this weekend. That was awesome as shit,
That was
dude.
great, dude.
Thanks. I didn't write it. It was easy. Just had to try to read.
And I was texting with you, said you got to do live from New York on Saturday night.
That
It
was what I was
fucking dope
excited
as shit.
about. Lauren hit me up on like Wednesday and he was like, how would you like to play Curtis Sliwa? And I was like, I don't look or sound like him. And he's like, nobody knows what he sounds like. I was like, all right, cool.
The rehearsal, my hands are on this podium. Anytime I let go, I just did Trump. My hands, every single time I let go, I was talking like I couldn't stop. So then I had to just hold the podium like as hard as I could.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but my hands were the sweatiest
That makes sense.
they've ever dripped. My hands were dripping sweat.
No, dude, trust
I've never experienced anything like that. Yeah, it is still extremely nerve-wracking. Like I was next to Rami and Miles Teller and they were just
chilling.
This is cool. And I was like, yeah, I'm fine.
It's clear that Saturday Night Live made the decision to attract a fresher, younger audience by bringing in guys who already possessed a large, pre-established following online for their comedy before SNL, but the ratings for the first 5 episodes of season 51 are actually down compared to the start of season 50. On paper, it would make sense that hiring already famous people would bring in more built-in views every single weekend, regardless of who the host is, but converting these fans from the internet into cable television views has been proven to be harder than expected, which might speak more to how people are consuming content nowadays in general. Tuning in live every Saturday night is really a stretch for most people under 40 who would prefer to spend their night doing other things and are more than happy to just watch the clips online the next day, especially because the internet is where they know these people from in the first place. In fact, over the last 5 weeks, SNL has had 10 YouTube videos reach over 3 million views and 47 videos over 1 million, not counting musical performances. So there's for sure a substantial amount of people who are tuning in days later at their own pace, and the Bad Bunny and Nikki Glazer episodes were both heavily discussed after the fact for what the musician said about the Super Bowl halftime show, and dozens of news outlets reacting to Nikki Glazer's Epstein jokes that are probably best searched for with help from the sponsor of today's video, PIA VPN. If you're watching this video on a phone, laptop, or tablet, congratulations, you're on the internet. Be Being on the internet means you have your own IP address, which is basically your digital home address. It's what lets you stream this video, but it can also leave your personal information wide open. That's where today's sponsor PIA comes in. It's a VPN that keeps your IP hidden and your data secure. I've used PIA myself, and it's definitely one of those things you might not think you need until it's too late. PIA makes it easy to stay private online with one subscription that covers all your devices. There's unlimited bandwidth, and you can switch your location to pretty much anywhere in the world. Over 90 countries, thousands of servers, and access to any content you want no matter where you're located. Personally, I've used PIA to watch Breaking Bad, which you can do too. In fact, Joke World subscribers can check out the link in the description to get an explosive 83% off right now, 4 months extra for free to start staying safe online with PIA. Now back to the video. Guest spots from last week. Joe Rogan sat across from Billy Bob Thornton, Brett Weinstein, and Brian Redban. Marcus King was on Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast. Louis C.K. went on Fly on the Wall and Bad Friends. Cousin Ian was back in Are You Garbage, and Are You Garbage went on Tiger Belly. Steve Ranazizi and Ryan Long were on The Legion of Skanks with surprise drop-ins from Nick Mullen and Shane Gillis. Neil Brennan visited Stavi's World. Roy Wood Jr. might be drunk. Daniel Sloss was with Soder. Two Bears One Cave was Bert and Mel Robbins. Anthony DeVito went by Beautiful Boys. John Ameche was on The Honeydew. Christina Mariani sat in the way back and stopped by Fatfish. Cheryl Hines did stuff with Howie Mandel. Amelia Dimoldenberg was on the Adam Friedland Show. Story Wars was a battle between Shane Torres, Ralph Sutton, and Sienna Hubert Ross. Ron Bennington stopped by Jim Norton Can't Save You. Dylan Francis and Austin Knight were on Right Now. And Kill Tony featured Joe DeRosa and Louis J. Gomez.
Amazing, Dedrick. I mean, I gotta tell you, you are just a storm. And if you can do that, then that probably means you could do it again sometime. So instead of doing the big hoopla no. It's even crazier than you think. And I've never met you before. I know people think, oh, he works at Sunset. They probably know this guy. I had no idea you were going to be here. Clearly, you've signed up 39 times and you've never gotten on. So I have some really special news for you. I have a job if you want it. You're going to bypass a golden ticket completely, and you're going to be a full-time regular here on Kill Tony. Yeah. It has not happened in years. All right, now you've invaded my space. No, I'm kidding. The last regular appointed was Ari Maddie. Before him, Cam Patterson. So literally, you can do a set every single week if you want to.
I want to.
We just lost our resident black to SNL, so, you know.
That's my cousin.
This past weekend with Theo Vaughn was joined by Gary Sinise. Chris Rogers stopped by Diaz Nuts. Colin Terrell, Ryan O'Neal, and Sam Talent beat Trippin'. Salvo Cano took a ride on the Heartland Highway and stopped by Whiskey Ginger. Josh Peck and Ben Sofer stopped by Something's Burning. Derek Poston was on First Date. Tommy Pope and Josh Francis had a rough week. Josh Francis and Matt Ross were on Dad Meat. Derek Drescher was on Cockfight. Paul Feig broke bread with Tom Papa. Mike Harrington took a ride on the Dynamite Rocket Ship. Joe Gorman and Alex Tomaselli were on Zach Amino's Morning Zoo. Mike Sicoli, Wando Meldano, and Devin Hall stopped by You Know What Dude. Stuff Island aired a classic episode to celebrate their 3-year anniversary. And Tuesdays with Stories, Chubby Behemoth, Panties in the Mouth, Son of a Boy Dad, Radio Ridley Radio, Boys Cast, The Regs, The Tim Dillon Show, YMH, The Church, The Duncan Trussell Family Hour, Friendly Fire, Flagrant, and History Hyenas all did not have guests. As far as brand new stand-up comedy specials that are either out right now or coming out soon, Louis J. Gomez, You're Making This Worse is out on YouTube. Jay Jordan, Yes Ma'am, and Jowing Summers, What Species Are You are both on Hulu. And Zoltan Kazis, London Fog is out right now on YouTube.
Do you feel vindicated that where things are now with like the internet, like you were doing it right all the time, or were you just this was just your plan?
It definitely was not my plan. I would love to be picked for anything. Good God. But I'm glad it's worked out. I think if YouTube has given us anything, it's given us the power to just put our work out and see who resonates with it. Because as far as like gatekeepers go, I am 0 for 100. If it's up to somebody else, the answer when it comes to me seemingly more times than not is no. And thankfully there's YouTube who says no to nobody, and I'm able to put my stuff on there. But it definitely wasn't the plan all along. It was just circumstance. But now that circumstance seems to be the plan for a lot of people.
We also have a few new projects set to come out soon. That list starts off with Sebastian Maniscalco, It Ain't Right on Hulu, November 21st, and Matt Rife's first Unwrapped Christmas crowdwork special coming to Netflix on December 2nd. And not technically stand-up comedy specials, but a brand new documentary about the life and stand-up career of Eddie Murphy titled Being Eddie is out right now on Netflix. There's also brand new stand-up comedy on YouTube from Josh Johnson, What Else Is New, Nimesh Patel, and Fahim Anwar, plus 2 new episodes of Dr. Phil Live and Roast Battle League. And last but not least, let me know in the comments what you think of this season of SNL if you've tuned in live or watched on YouTube, and Cam Patterson's appearances so far as a whole. And other than that, our next episode of the Comedy News will be recapping Skankfest 2025 in New Orleans. So please double check you're subscribed to the channel right now or else I'll kill you. Just kidding, thank you for watching.
At Joke World. That's it, at Joke World.
And the world is WRLD.
That's a great YouTube channel, Joke World. Check it out.